What happens when you push the wrong man too far? You unleash a storm you were never prepared for. And in this case, you awaken the Beekeeper. Welcome back to Movie Magnet, your spot for thrilling movie breakdowns. Today, we're diving into a pulse-pounding action flick starring Jason Statham, where justice gets personal and vengeance is served cold. This is the story of a man with a quiet life, a painful past, and a deadly purpose. Meet Adam Clay, a soft-spoken man living on a rural farm, peacefully tending to his beehives. But don't let his calm demeanor fool you. Underneath that quiet surface lies a former operative trained by a secret organization known only as the Beekeepers. Clay's only companion is his kind-hearted landlady, Eloise. She treats him like family, and life seems to be moving in a simple, serene rhythm. But everything changes when Eloise falls victim to a ruthless phishing scam, one that wipes out her life savings and drives her to a tragic end. And that's when Adam Clay does something terrifying. He opens a hidden drawer, pulls out an old ID badge with one word on it, Beekeeper, and burns it. Not to forget the past, but to ignite it. Clay embarks on a mission of brutal justice, taking down the corporate scam called Center responsible for Eloise's death. But this is only the beginning. His actions ripple upward, revealing a web of corruption that goes beyond petty crooks and into the highest levels of power. With each calculated step, Clay dismantles the operation piece by piece, exposing government officials, cybersecurity firms, and a powerful billionaire puppet master who's been pulling the strings behind scenes. But what exactly is the Beekeepers organization? And how far is Clay willing to go before he crosses the line from justice to vengeance? Stick around, because this hive of corruption is about to be cracked wide open. But remember, this is just the beginning. When a beekeeper strikes, it's not about revenge. It's about order. And Adam Clay is here to restore it, one target at a time. After torching the call center that scammed Eloise, Adam Clay sends shockwaves through the criminal world. The message is clear: you messed with the wrong man. But Clay's war isn't random. It's surgical. His moves are precise, brutal, and methodical. The deeper he digs, the more twisted things get. The scam wasn't some lone operation. It was part of a much larger, high-tech exploitation network. At the heart of it, a cybersecurity company called Derek Enterprises, run by a smug tech mogul named Derek Danforth, a man who believes he's untouchable. But Danforth is about to learn that even kings can bleed when the Beekeeper comes knocking. The FBI starts tracking Clay, led by Agent Verona Parker, who's sharp, skeptical, and just so happens to be Eloise's daughter. She's torn between her duty and her growing suspicion that Clay might actually be doing the right thing, just in the wrong way. As Clay pushes forward, every step peels back another layer of corruption. Senators, CEOs, and cyber lords, all with hands in a honeypot. And Clay? He's the swarm tearing it all down. But this isn't just about justice anymore. It's about a code. The Beekeepers were trained to maintain balance, to strike from the shadows when the system failed. And Clay knows the system has failed. Every hive has a queen, and Clay is getting closer to the one controlling it all. But with the government tightening its grip, Danforth unleashing private mercenaries, and Clay's past catching up to him, the mission is turning into an all-out war. What secrets lie at the heart of the Beekeeper program? Can Clay finish what he started before the whole system turns on him? Some men fight for justice. Others fight for vengeance. But Adam Clay, he fights for the balance of power itself. Clay's one-man war escalates into a full-blown crisis. Danforth, feeling the pressure, activates every dirty trick in his arsenal. Hired guns, political muscle, and elite cyber teams are all unleashed to stop the Beekeeper from tearing down his empire. But Clay is always one step ahead. He infiltrates Derek Enterprises' data centers, exposing just how vast and predatory the scam really is, targeting vulnerable people, siphoning billions, and laundering it through a web of fake charities and government kickbacks. And while Agent Verona Parker is still hunting him, the evidence Clay uncovers forces her to confront an ugly truth. Her own government is compromised. In a tense face-off, Verona corners Clay, but instead of arresting him, she listens. He shows her the files, the ledgers, the names. Everything connects. The Beekeeper isn't just out for blood. He's trying to collapse an entire corrupt machine. But it's not just about what Clay is doing, it's how he's doing it. Flashbacks reveal more about his past. Elite training, Black Ops missions, and the creation of the Beekeepers, a covert group founded to neutralize threats when red tape fails. Officially, they don't exist. Unofficially, they're legends. And now Clay is the last one left. As Danforth scrambles to cover his tracks, he calls in a brutal ex-military fixer, a man just as deadly as Clay, with orders to eliminate him by any means necessary. What follows is a series of brutal confrontations, ambushes, and tactical chess moves, both men circling each other in a deadly game. Clay's network is shrinking, his options limited, but his determination? Unbreakable. The hive is crumbling, but the queen is still protected. And Adam Clay is about to bring the whole thing crashing down. The hive has been disturbed, the queen is cornered, and the beekeeper is bringing the sting. After surviving every ambush, betrayal, and cover-up attempt, Adam Clay launches a final offensive. He now knows where Danforth is hiding, a high-security estate doubling as the command center for his criminal empire. But this isn't a solo mission anymore. Verona Parker, now convinced of Clay's cause, goes rogue from the FBI and becomes his unexpected ally. With her access and Clay's skills, the two form an unstoppable force. They assemble a plan to not just take Danforth down, but to broadcast the entire operation to the public, exposing every dirty politician and executive tied to the scam. Inside the compound, Danforth's forces are waiting. Drones, mercenaries, state-of-the-art security, all prepped for a war. But what they don't realize is that Clay trained for this. He infiltrates the grounds with stealth and precision. One by one, guards are neutralized, systems are disabled, and panic spreads through the compound like wildfire. Danforth watches in disbelief as his empire collapses in real time, broadcasted for the world to see. When corruption spreads like poison, the Beekeeper is the cure. Inside Danforth's stronghold, it all comes to a head. Clay and the hired fixer, another former Beekeeper gone rogue, clash in a brutal, bone-crunching showdown. The fight is raw, savage, and personal. Two titans trained in the same deadly art, each believing they're right. But Clay's resolve, fueled by justice and Eloise's memory, gives him the edge. He takes the rogue operative down, barely standing afterward, bloodied but unbroken. He storms into Danforth's panic room, where the billionaire trembles behind bulletproof glass. He tries to negotiate, plead, even bribe, but Clay isn't listening. He doesn't need to kill him. The truth has already done more damage than any bullet ever could. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more content like this. We've got plenty more coming your way, so hit that notification bell too. See you in the next one.